No, no, that definitely not what we're looking for today. Um, you know, can be frustrating. We fell behind in the game. Obviously, gave up some runs early, and David sharpened up after that and pitched significantly better as the outing went on. That shouldn't be a deficit that we can't overcome. We've overcome deficits like that, gotten better as the game's gone on, brought the games closer. Uh, couldn't do it today. I think we expanded a little bit more today than I would have thought or hoped for going into the game. And there were some counts where we were ahead in the count, and then we opened it up. Early on in the game, sometimes your opportunities are going to be early. They jumped on us early, and their starting pitcher was very early on, I think, scattering the ball a little bit, and then we may have helped him out. And once he settled in, he threw good strikes. He's got excellent stuff. He's got a tremendous heater and off-speed pitches. And he's a big, tall, long guy, and it's an interesting look. It can be tough if he's dialed in. And when he wasn't dialed in, we needed to jump on him, and we weren't able to do it.
3 runs in 3 games.
Yeah.
Is kind of the story of the road trip. Actually,
Yeah.
a little bit. That must mean you're going to be even happier to be home, I guess.
Yeah, well, obviously we have to get it going offensively. No secret. Guys are, they're working. They're going out there with an idea of what they want to do. I mean, we're trying to keep it as simple as possible, but we got to keep them in the strike zone. We can't go up there and expand and first pitch, well out of the zone and offering at those pitches. We got to be more competitive on a pitch-to-pitch basis. We'll hold ourselves accountable to that. We have to do that. We absolutely have to do that. So there's no way to win at bats if you're not controlling it on a pitch-by-pitch basis. You gotta own the strike zone as a hitter, and then stack at bats. And we didn't stack at bats on top of each other today. We would have a good at bat and then another good at bat. Sometime in the future, but we definitely didn't have them back to back to back.
Their aggressiveness on the bases, were you expecting that? Is that their how they play, or is that something they saw in Christian today?
No, that's the kind of team they have. That's what they have, and they're gonna run. They're gonna be aggressive. They have, I don't know what it was today, but at least more than half their lineup will be a stolen base threat at one point or another. So that's something that if they see opportunities to just go, they're not going to wait around too long. So I don't think that was anything that necessarily we were doing. I think that's kind of their game. Their goals are to spray the ball around the field, get guys on, and then cause some havoc. And that's how they're going to aim to score runs.
What did you like from David after giving up the home run, if anything?
Yeah, David's stuff actually got better as the game went on. His command everything really got better as the game went on. When he came out in the first, the velos on his stuff were a tick down, and there were some big misses. I don't think he felt incredibly comfortable early on in the game. Obviously, the big swing by Ramirez there, he hit that ball good. Probably not the pitch that we were, aiming to throw in that situation, obviously, but we made a mistake there, and he didn't miss it. And that's a big consequential swing. David, the changeup ended up a good pitch for him as the game went on. The sinker actually ended up a good pitch for him as the game went on. And it's easy to look back now. Probably a pitch that against this lineup you could have, harnessed and used a little bit more to his benefit. Because it looked good, and we got good results on it later on in the game. So something to build off of, also some things to learn about in the outing.